talk about my little competition here. For your chance to win 50 Nespresso capsules, all you need to say is SM, give me some coffee. Soon as you subscribe and I get 50 likes as well as 1,000 views within 5 days, the lucky winner will be posted out 50 Nespresso capsules. You get to choose original or vertuo. So take part in the competition and have fun. SM Vision here with the review of the Henckels cleavers knife, butcher's knife, whichever you want to call it. It's made by Henckels Zwilling, the twin signs there by the two brothers. This is a semi-forged knife where it's connected to the handle with the blade, so it's good for chopping all type of vegetable, chopping meat and all that, so you can use it as a cleaver and a vegetable. These are extremely popular in China and Japan because of the shape and the size and the versatility, but it's going to be quite heavy. This is going to be a look at this knife and the review and everything. So let's see what you get in the box, because it's visually you can already see, but you may get something extra inside. So what you get in the box is the leaflets in different languages. It tells you different aspects about the knife itself, but I'll go through all of this. Zwilling are one of the top manufacturers of making knives. If you have used them, you know the aspect of it. And we're looking at this, it's quite heavy, so we expected it. Very nice stainless steel blade. I wouldn't recommend this putting in a dishwasher. The handles are connected, so it's forged, so it's one steel here but connected in the handle, so if you do drop it, knock it, it can break because it's not a fully forged break. That is where the weak point is, so I would advise you to take care. Dishwasher is not compatible. Overall, it tells you about the manufacturer and the brothers Zwilling J.A. Henckels. In the UK they tend to be called Henckels, and if other countries like Germany will be Zwilling, and it tells you about twin pollock and the density and everything, and it's hard satin, so it shouldn't stain that well. The blade is in a 20-degree angle, so it's sharp in both sides. That's what I like, because when it's not sharp on both sides, it's not that decent, so they've sharpened it on that edge as well as on that edge, so you get good performance. I love the aspect of sharpen both sides. It's medium to thickness there, but overall it's a good size knife. I gotta say, a butcher's knife, a great size. It's for a small hand, it's adequate. It's slightly bigger than I wanted it to be, but for medium to large hands it's perfect fit. It is 35 centimeters by 8 centimeters, so it's a nice decent size. Personally I wanted a bit bigger, but overall you've got good conference for chopping and slicing. And guys, the blade is 18.5 centimeters from here to here. So I'm going to cut some vegetables with the cleaver, see how easy it is. These are used in China and Japan very often because it's a knife that does everything. It's a big size, so in Europe and other countries we're not used to using this knife, so I'm going to try to do all these cutting vegetables, meat and everything, see how good it is. So far it's quite easy, and the good thing about it, you're away from the blade itself. You can hold it from the top, you can hold it on with the handles as well, so it does go through nice and easily, but you do have to maintain the sharpness as well. 20-degree angle German steel, so they do make one of the best knives in the world, and it's easy to chop up. Washing aspect is, so depending on how big your vegetables are or small how it is, should be quite easy. It's not the best way to hold it, the safest way to hold it, but when you do use it, I'm a first time user, and when you do use it, technically it's gonna get easier and you're gonna find the chopping nice and easy as you chop more and more as the days and the months as they go on. It's all about maintaining the sharpness. Some meat, so we're going to see, because it's a cleaver, we expect it to cut through some meat nice and easily. So let's do some chopping and see how good it is. So best to use a wooden block for cutting meat and everything, because if you're using plastic it will give you high depth. I don't want to whack it too much, but if you do chop down, it's nice and easy. It's brand new knife, cleaver's knife, so you expect it to be that good like that. Grip wise, it cuts through nice and easily. If I did do it on a chopper's block, it would have been very smooth cut, because one little chop, as they do on the butchers, is very easy, absolutely fine. I'm doing it on meat as well as taking some skin off. It's quite easy, the sharpness helps, but you gotta remember guys, with a butcher's knife you have to maintain the sharpness, because you are pushing down quite excessively, quite hard, and the blade can get dented, as well as you need to be a bit more delicate. Sharpness, like every time used or every other day, is the best process way to do it. But if you're chopping that kind of motion, it will be fine. It is cutting through. Always be careful with cutting it and when you're chopping down. So as you're chopping down on the just take a little bit of effort, because you do know that cleaver is for something to whack down on and cut through. So it's been decent so far. I wouldn't say it's been the best cleaver. I haven't used many cleavers at all. This is the first cleaver I'm using, so it's more like a first time use as a cleaver goes. Cutting through bone is not easy as I expected it, but I do believe I need to get a wooden chopping block to actually go excessively down so you can cut through nice and easy. But it's doing the job, and so far it's nice and sturdy. This is hand wash, so you won't be able to put it in the dishwasher or anything. So chopping down, it's absolutely fine, nice, and it's quite easily cut all this. And I've got the pivots on the chopping board, so everything doesn't move about, guys. So for meat wise, it's been good so far. Gonna chop up some chicken here. I've got it pre-cut. I don't have a whole one, but I'm gonna do some normal chopping with this. See if we can go through the bone. Let's see how many slices. So 1 or 2 chops, it goes through it. So when you're cutting through the chicken breast and everything, it's easier to go through it. You can slice down or just use a heavy chop and go through the bone and everything. As I was saying, overall I would have said a wooden chopping board would have been better. Plastic one's fine, but it will dent it very badly. So it does go through the skin very quick, but it's when it gets to the bone is the harder part. So overall, for kitchen wise, it's definitely a good one to go for. But if you want something, you go in the butcher, you want something a bit more bigger, fully forged cleaver would be the best. But overall, for kitchen wise, it's very good. Henckels is one of the best knife manufacturers in the world, and they are the oldest manufacturers of knives and everything in the world. If you do some research on their website, you would know all that. So chicken all done, nice. So our last one is a pineapple. Let's see how a cleaver cuts through a pineapple. Going through the edge, go straight through. Alrighty, slice straight through, still quite nice and sharp. And let's cut it into little slices and everything. So I'm gonna it is going through nice and easily when you do want to cut through. So because of the shape and the sharpness of the knife and everything, it's quite nice and easy to slice through everything. Now I've got the camera in a better angle, you can see better. I don't know why I was recording in the other angle, but overall it's delicately slicing through. So when you do want to do something small to large, butcher's knife, it is one to use. And the thing is, you can see why all the foreign, like Japanese chefs and everything, use a butcher's or a large knife to do this, because it's big enough to do the small stuff, and it's definitely big enough to do all the large stuff. So you're cutting through, slicing through everything nice and easily. It's got a good depth to it as well. So it's all about, if you're going to do a lot of things, it is every day keeping the sharpness and everything. So you just need to get used to it. Maintaining the sharpness is the way to go. So let's slice all this up, make it into thin pieces and enjoy. Let's see how good it is and how easy it is to do the little things. With this, with a butcher's knife, you can't do any art or anything like that because it's too big, but for chopping and slicing it's absolutely fine. So let's do some slices right through the middle. Does it go through? It does go through, so nice in the middle. So decent, very nice cuts. So small pieces will be absolutely fine. So it goes nice and easily through. So if you do like pineapple, you can use a butcher's knife. If you like chicken, you can use the butcher's knife. All the herbs, tomatoes, apples, everything you do want to cut, you can. So it's all round cleaver. It's medium weight. For small hand, it's adequate. For medium to large hand, it's fine as well. The blade is, as I was saying, is 20-degree angle blade, so maintenance, sharpness, it's good. It's made in Germany by Zwilling Henckels. So it's a knife, it's hand wash, it's highly recommended, not dishwasher, because the wood effect and everything, it will sit through and damage it, but it's very easy to clean. Guys, all you need to do is now enjoy what you have made with the Henckels Zwilling 18-inch cleaver. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for listening. This has been SM Vision. If you do like this type of review, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know. And please take in task in the competition and take care, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye bye.